like this new chancellor already. She knows if you want to keep things exciting, you invite the accounting professor to talk to the room. All right, so I'm here today to discuss how accounting researchers use innovative data sources to better understand how firms and capital markets function. In a recent paper, my colleagues and I investigate how innovative data is used in accounting research. One example of this innovative data is the use of satellite imagery to predict stock prices. Here, the green line is generated from satellite images of the parking lots of Chipotle. The blue line, which closely follows the green, is Chipotle's stock price. In another example of innovative data, video footage of CEO presentations is used to calculate their body expansiveness. This is linked to trustworthiness and believability, and it impacts how the capital markets incorporate the information delivered by that CEO. In a new study with my UIC colleague, Jason Chen, we examine how innovative data can help inform how shareholders control CEO pay. To understand this study, I have to set the stage. First, in response to the 2008 financial crisis, shareholders were given the right to vote on CEO pay. Second, while many shareholders are individuals like you and me, most shareholders are institutional investors like mutual funds or hedge funds. These large investors hold hundreds of different stocks simultaneously, so it's really costly for them to gather information on the pay practices of all of these different firms. This has led to a new service called proxy advising, where institutional investors outsource their research to proxy advisors who provide the recommendations for their say-on-pay vote. Favorable recommendations are incredibly important to CEOs because a negative say-on-pay vote leads to really bad outcomes like decreased compensation and other unfavorable contract terms. But not surprisingly, the proxy advisors are unwilling to share how these recommendations are generated. So what do? We turn to innovative data. We use publicly available information on yellow cab rides in New York City. Using geolocation, we catalog all taxi rides between the largest proxy advisor and publicly traded firms that occurred during the period when the proxy advisor is researching and deliberating on their recommendation. Our results suggest that managers attempt to influence these recommendations by visiting the proxy advisor firm. And despite the fact these recommendations are supposed to reflect independent advice, the strategy seems to work, as those CEOs who make more frequent visits are more likely to get favorable say-on-pay votes. And this is one example of how accounting researchers exemplify UIC, the University of Innovation and Creativity. Thanks.